Welcome to For the BMs, a safe space to be a baby mama in peace. My name is Kayrajay and I am a baby mama. I'm also the curator of this nonprofit for the BMs. I found out I was pregnant in September of 2022. I had just got promoted to my dream job. I was at the top of my career. I was having meetings with high profile talent. I was traveling to be on set. I was working across multiple shows. I was literally just thriving. I was living in my own solo apartment, driving my luxury vehicle, just honestly being that girl at the tender age of 25 when I met my baby daddy. I was just dating, and at the time I was sort of elevating my dating standards. I'm not really a relationship girl. I went through a really traumatic relationship in college, and I just kind of focused on my career and focusing on myself. So once I had gotten to this point in my career and I had gotten my own crib and stuff, I was all right, I'm ready to start dating and share my success with a partner. But I fucked up. I was dating my baby daddy. I met him at a bar and, he took me out a couple times and we were texting and talking and doing that whole thing. And he came to Atlanta. We got tattoos. We went out on a few dates and I got pregnant. He was very supportive of keeping the baby or whatever I wanted to do. I told my mom it was all about having the baby. I prayed about it. I cried a lot. And ultimately, I obviously kept my baby. And I love this baby. My son is so perfect. He's 10 months old. His name is Koa, which means warrior. And it's kind of hard to find a K name for a boy. And I saw this name and I just felt it. I was like, yeah, that's his name. Koa's the best. He's the most inquisitive, fun-loving, happiest baby ever. When I was pregnant, I used to say this baby is just taking all of my joy because I was sad as fuck. I cried every day of my pregnancy. I was so sad. I would just wake up and just be depressed. My pregnancy was fairly simple. I didn't have any morning sickness. I didn't gain a ton of weight. I didn't lose any teeth. I didn't nothing crazy happened. Physically, everything was fine. Emotionally and mentally, I was fucked up. I would just literally beat myself up so bad about the circumstances. I always had it in my head that okay, just because we have this baby, me and this man don't have to be together. But we can focus on each other during this pregnancy, build a good bond. Now we're in each other's lives forever, so we might as well have a good solid friendship. And I fell in love with him. It's my biggest regret. I hate that I ever did that. He just rejected me, showed up for his kid, but he didn't want me, which was a big to my self-esteem and just my ego. And I don't know any pregnant person, any person that handles rejection well. And I was doing a lot of stuff in terms of giving to the dynamic, and he wasn't. He was showing up for his kid, but he wasn't showing up for me. But yeah, I was pretty fucked up about that. I ended up having gestational diabetes as well, which was very just what the fuck. And I was working the entire time. All of my bills still depend on me. Everything just depended on me. I didn't really realize how traumatized I was from my parents' divorce. But when my parents got divorced, I made this agreement with myself that I would never be a single mom. So I don't even know if it was more so that I was really in love with my baby daddy, or I just really wanted a certain outcome for my life because of what I experienced as a child. And when it just wasn't going that way, I hated myself. I beat myself up a lot. I was very negative to myself, just very mean. On top of the fact that I wasn't getting any sort of love and affection at one of the most vulnerable and hormonal times of my life. I had to be super strong when I felt weak. My postpartum depression was really bad. I was in survival mode, and it's just not simple. It's not easy to be breastfeeding and on Zoom and then changing diapers and dealing with a crying baby and making bottles and trying to wipe my own ass and then do work. It was just very much so a lot. There was never any time to chill. There was never any sort of relief. At the end of the day, there was no outlet either, to just feel good. I just was always on edge. I went to therapy and I was meditating in the rainforest and going to the beach and doing all these things to feel better, and just transitioning into co-parenting, which I hate co-parenting. I don't want to fucking do this. I don't like being a single parent. It's not my favorite thing at all. Sometimes you just want to hug at the end of the day after a really hard fucking day where you was working 3, 4, 5 jobs. You're trying to run a business, take care of this baby, be happy with the baby, smile with them and play with them and all of that. But it's I'm a person too. I'm a woman, and dads get to just live. They get to just live the dream. And after doing this series and like talking to different moms and stuff, I do see that everybody has their own version of struggle. There also is like a light at the end of the tunnel. There is a rainbow. It's not easy, but you will get there. So I created this platform just to have a safe space to talk about these sorts of things because people love to be mean to moms, especially baby mom. People just be mean as fuck. So I'm here to show you guys love. I know why you're bitter. I get it, sis. I know there's a lot of married single moms. There's a lot of single moms who don't have any village or any support. There's a lot of co-parenting moms who don't feel like they have a right to complain because now you come off ungrateful because he does take his kid on the weekend and he does pay bills. But it's like there are also like downfalls too and like shortcomings, and it's like you're not allowed to say anything because somebody has it worse than you. Like, yeah, you're transferring money from savings to checking, and yeah, you're working 3, 4, 5 jobs, and yeah, you lost everything, but you have a happy, healthy baby. So ultimately what I want this platform to be is just like literally a safe space for baby moms. I want to have like in-person meetups. I want to host events. I want to have like a resource giveaway and stuff. Like if your baby outgrows their diapers, you can give your size 2 diapers to a mom in need. Space for advice, a space for just like peace. And you know what I mean? Just like real shit. Like it's not always positive. It's not always rainbows and sunshine. Sometimes shit gets real fucked up on the baby mama side of town. I know how fucked up it can get. And I just want this space to be the space that you come to when you just need a little laugh, or you just want to feel seen, heard, understood, loved on, all that. I hope that my story, along with all the other stories that you've heard over the course of this month, resonated with somebody and let you know that you are not alone, your feelings are valid, and I love you, sis.